If you want to build wealth quickly, investing won't get you there unless you take unnecessary risks, which is just gambling. And gambling, it's a waste of time and will result in losing all of your money. I know because I've been there. I spent so much time and money trying to find a short term strategy that could give me an edge, only to get greedy and end up losing everything. Most traders fail to outperform the SP 500 due to greed and fear, two emotions that destroy wealth when acted upon. No long term investor is going to recommend making all in short term trades based on market reactions. Instead, they focus on time in the market, not timing the market. In my last video, I talked about timing the Bitcoin cycles, but that's an exception to the rule because that follows a long term halving pattern. But today, we're going to focus on how to build short term wealth without taking unnecessary risks. If your goal is to accelerate wealth building, traditional investing is too slow. Compound interest is powerful, but its benefits kick in much later, not in the early years when you just don't have enough dollars working for you. It takes years before compounding really takes off. But instead of waiting decades, what if you could compound those first 10 years into just 1 year? If I told you you had 1 year to make $1 million, your brain would immediately realize that your 9 to 5 job and monthly investment contributions aren't going to cut it. Your job becomes an emergency fund at best because, let's be honest, working 40 hours per week alone is not going to make you wealthy. Time is your most valuable asset because it's limited. Everyone has 24 hours in a day, but not everyone uses their time effectively. The secret to fast wealth building is to consistently leverage your time towards building habits and skills that lead to scalable income. Let's break it down. So there are 168 hours in a week. On average, these hours can be distributed as 40 hours going towards your work, 20 hours going towards your commute and your preparations for work, 56 hours are going to go towards your sleep, and that leaves you with just 52 hours of free time remaining. Now imagine if you spent 40 of those free hours learning a constructive habit, such as learning, exercising, gaining a skill, or working on a business. You already give 40 hours of your week to your employer. Why not give 40 hours to yourself? Who's more important here? You are. Your free time is worth more than any investment because you can multiply your productivity and your income much faster than traditional compounding allows. Small habits compound over time just like money does. For example, you start by reading 1 page per day. Over time, it gets a little easier, and you're able to progress towards reading 10 pages per day. Starting a habit for consistently exercising up to 5 minutes a day could lead towards building up the stamina, which then you evolve towards building your workouts to 30 minutes per day. Once a habit starts to feel automatic, it no longer takes excessive effort. But here's the problem. Distractions kill productivity. The solution is to eliminate your distractions. So I actually found this tool here, which is a time lock box, and you could place any object that's small, of course, that's distracting, and you're able to lock it up for a set amount of hours or days. And I personally put my cell phone in there because it is one of the biggest distractions in my life. And it saves me a lot of time. Like imagine just freeing up 40 hours per week. And it's great because it's an effective way to eliminate the distraction. So how exactly do we turn time into money? Well, one of the best opportunities right now is through marketing via social media. So why social media? Well, social media has a low barrier of entry. Anyone could join, including myself, you watching this video, or anyone willing to take action right now by building their own brand through YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, or any of these social media outlets. And the great thing about social media is that your earnings aren't going to be capped like a traditional 9 to 5 will be. So you could basically be earning passive income for the content you're making now for years to come. Your 9 to 5 is going to be limited by your hourly wage, which is your scale, and the length of your shift, which is your magnitude. Social media, on the other hand, has no cap. Your content will make money for you while you're sleeping. Once you build an audience, you can monetize through AdSense monetization, affiliate marketing, sponsorships, branded products, digital products, memberships, and even courses. When you leverage your time effectively, you earn faster. And once you start earning significant amounts of money, that's when investing becomes powerful, because now you can accelerate the compounding effect by making larger investment contributions. This is the X-curve principle. It basically shows the crossover point from active income to passive income. So basically early on in your life, most of your money is coming from active income. I mean, that's your 9 to 5 job, and just any money you're making trading time for money. But over time, you start to build some assets. You might start to invest. You'll start earning passive income that's bringing in cash flow. And the crossover point is when your passive income exceeds what your active income is bringing. And this allows you to stop trading your time for money, because now your passive income is doing the heavy lifting. And this is a great thing because it allows you to retire. But why wait decades for that transition to occur? Instead, you should work a job to cover your base expenses. Secondly, you should leverage your free time into building scalable income sources that lead to passive cash flow. And third, you should use those increased earnings to invest more aggressively. By doing this, you buy back your time faster, not at retirement, but in the prime of your life. Some people like to say,
I can't afford to invest.
But leveraging time is free. It's not whether you have time, it's whether you're willing to use it. Look, building wealth fast isn't going to be easy. In fact, it's going to be painful. But if you only focus on the goal, you're going to feel overwhelmed. Instead, focus on the process, and your habits will take you there. As the saying goes, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. We can't control where we started, but we can control where we're going. If you're ready to take control of your time, you're already ahead of 99% of people. Let's get to work.